Welcome to Strangeville. Welcome to the Channel Gang. My name is Kevin Strange, 20-year veteran of the underground. I'm a cartoonist, novelist, independent filmmaker, and I am here today to share my love of bootleg comic books with you. I've been dying to do an episode on this book since the conception of this channel. I've been sitting on Rambo versus the Blair Witch bootleg comic by Paul Payne, books 1 and 2, for a couple of years now, and I did kind of a little bit of an overview on Rambo versus Blair Witch in our first mailbag episode, so you can go look at that. And see, scrub through there and find my little section on Paul Payne and Rambo versus the Blair Witch. But Paul was kind enough to send through Blair Witch Book 3 and Blair Witch Book 4 to complete the set. And he sent me his Michael Myers versus Jason Voorhees Halloween special from 2023. And he sent me I already owned this regular cover edition of Rambo versus the Blair Witch Book 1. He sent me, I believe this is the Rob Liefeld cover, and this one has the backup story of Death Wish versus Jason in the back. These are really high quality mini sized comics. Obviously, this is my Too Many Dabs book. That's a regular size comic, and that's the size of the Rambo versus Blair Witch stuff. But these are glossy, really high quality mini comic size. I believe that Paul Payne is located in the UK. But he has great prices on international shipping. Don't let that scare you away. And he does bundles for all these. The link will be in the description for Rambo versus the Blair Witch if you want to pick up your own copies of this awesome book. But before we dig deep into Rambo versus the Blair Witch, let's pay some bills. I want to talk about our patrons and channel members. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to Savage Splendor, Dark Lord Carrion, 666 Yoshi, Alien on LSD, Joseph Stark, Loudpack Productions, Dave Baxter, Jason German, Mutant Minds, Joshua Wise, and Jeremy Maddox. Thank you guys for being patrons and channel members. You guys are helping support the channel, and we couldn't do this without you. If you at home watching this now would like to become a patron, $3 a month gets you access to 20 years of comics, novels, and gnarly independent feature films done by yours truly, Kevin Strange. I'm also going to be running a new show on the Patreon called Cartoonists Uncensored, where we cover like the undergrounds, stuff like what I make, Count Kefula, aka Dracula in Strangeville. My stuff could never be shown here on the channel without us getting demonetized. Plus, stuff like we're going to be covering like Mike Diana and his controversial Boiled Angels comics that literally got him arrested and told he could never draw again under penalty of law, which is nuts. We'll also be covering like Erotica number 4, which has the infamous Hart Fisher story, A Taste of Cherry, that actually got retailers arrested. So all that for only $3 a month at the Patreon, and becoming a channel member gets you access to videos weeks, sometimes months in advance. I usually have at least 14 or 15 videos, sometimes more, banked that have not aired yet. And as the channel gets bigger and channel members get access to things like Rambo episodes, like Rambo versus the Blair Witch, they're going to buy up all these from Paul Payne before he gets an opportunity to restock. And then when this airs publicly, you guys are going to be asked out. So there is value, if you're a comics collector, in becoming a channel member and having early access to those videos. And it is late in the month of October. That means the pre-order on Count Kifula is expires on Halloween, October 31st. So Count Kifula is a 28-page full color underground comic. If you're a fan of Robert Crumb, of S. Clay Wilson, of Spain Rodriguez, of Gilbert Shelton, guys like that. The old underground's raunchy, tons of drugs and sex and violence. Then you'll love Count Kifula. You'll love my comics. You want to get your hands on the actual physical copy. It's $12. You get the comic and an 11x17 poster. Pre-order on that ends on October 31st, and then it's done, and there probably won't be another printing of Count Kifula. So if you want it, grab it, and let's go ahead and get into Rambo versus the Blair Witch. This is bootlegged to all hell. Paul has no rights to Rambo or the Blair Witch, obviously, and we're gonna crack open book one here. We're probably gonna do this as a series because I'm just in love with this book, and I want to share my love of it with you guys. That's the whole point of the show. So he's got this really nice black and white style. Paul Payne does. Rambo versus the Blair Witch, book one, story and art by Paul Payne. Cambodia, 1995, 2 weeks ago. Wong's Eatery on the shady side of town. Inside. Ooh. Here's your bill, madam. Thank you for eating at Wong's. Wambo! What the hell you doing? I tell you, clean up mess, not talkie to customers. But Mr. Wong, I was just giving a lady her bill. There was no one else around. You don't answer Wong back, you cheeky. Do what Wong says. Now go clean up mess at table 2 like Wong tells you. I love all the faces on Rambo. He just nails it. Paul just nails Rambo. What a treat this is. Stay calm, John. Remember the teachings of Buddha. And he ends up getting into it with these Cambodian thugs here. Shit, bro. Look at this greasy pig Wong got working for him now. Translated from Khmer language. Look at the greasy swine. Cleaning up the mess we made, bro. That all he good for, sweeping up. Maybe that how he get his muscles. What say we make some more mess so he can do his daily workout before Wong put him back in his sty. Kill me. He flips a little bone off Rambo's back and you just see the dead eyes. The dead eyes of John Rambo there. Hey, Piggy, you deaf as well as dumb? You want us to talk piggy language for you? Bro, you right. He wants us to talk his piggy language. Oink, oink, squeal. Ka-chink. Okay, he not going to squeal back to us. I have to use this. You ever seen a pig sticker like this, Piggy? Of course, that's not going to go over well with John Rambo. Sends him into a flashback. A Vietnam flashback. Slash. He slashes him across the chest. Whoa! Anyone want some greasy pork chops, freshly sliced? Flashback, it says. And there's Rambo and Nam. How you like that, little piggy? Are you not gonna cry, or are you? Suddenly, John Rambo dives into action. John Rambo rises up through the air like a mighty salmon from a deep, dark lake of vengeance, and cracks that dude over the head. He actually impales this guy with the broken broomstick handle. Stab! A switch has been flipped in the fractured, broken mind of Rambo. In his head, he's back in the prison camps of Vietnam. God, gurgle! I love this shot. Down here of the impaled dude. Rambo lifting him off the ground. Here's his sunglasses flying over here. For John J. Rambo, there's only ever been one choice. The one that results in body bags for those in his path. And he smashes the guy out the window. Oh, fuck my duck. What you done to my restaurant? I just get it fixed after the last time you go crazy. You go crazy. You useless. You hear me, fucker mother? Listen to Wong when he speak to you. He puts Wong's face on the grill, and that's... He ends up... the cops show up. He ends up fucking the cops up. He actually ends up... I love this shot right here, where he kicks this cop in the chin, and you see the X-ray of his neck breaking. Fatality, it says. Then he chops this dude's... No X-ray needed. Fatality. He chops this cop's head off. He goes crazy, and more cops come. He gets out his trusty machine gun and blows the cop car up. Ends up kicking this guy off his motorcycle and stealing it. He's got helicopters after him. I mean, this is some great action. Great action. I'm sorry, it wasn't a motorcycle. That's a moped. He ends up stealing the moped and taking off. And he ends up spinning around and sending the moped flying into the helicopter, smashing it. And he throws his Wong apron. Paul Payne, 2021. And with the sound of the explosion still echoing through the valley, Rambo returns to the underground of the forest to prepare for more war. He knows it will come. It always does. And so now it's 4 days later in the Cambodian jungle, and Rambo's all, tweaked out. You know how this goes. You know how a Rambo story is told. A stranger comes wandering in, and Rambo throws his knife at him, but the stranger catches it, and oh, look, it's the colonel. Stand down, soldier. Colonel. They made me do it again, Colonel. Why do they always have to push me? Why? Breathe, soldier, breathe. And we got a really nice Rambo. Anytime Stallone does a movie, he always gets this classic rant, this monologue that he gets to do, and I love this one. I love this one here that Paul Payne writes for him. You could tell Paul Payne is a huge, fan of Rambo. This is such a send up to the character, and we haven't even gotten into the meat and potatoes of the Blair Witch story yet. We're just enjoying like a wonderful intro to the character of John Rambo, as if we needed it. It's a beautiful that Paul went to the lengths to really give us an authentic John Rambo to fight the Blair Witch of all things. Well, where's that knife? Well, I should just finish it now. Well, this world doesn't want me here. I should have died with Baker team back in Nam, with Danforth, Ortega, Messner, Krakauer, Jurgensen, and Barry. They're all gone. That's where I should be. Gone. Bloodshed and body bags follow me everywhere I go, sir. I just can't take this anymore. It was an honor serving with you, Colonel. Goodbye. Colonel fucking karate kicks the fucking knife out of Rambo's hand. Look at the look on Rambo's face. He's like, holy shit. Suddenly, with the speed of a mighty gazelle, the colonel strikes. Hiya! Now get off your goddamn knees, soldier, and stop crying like a bitch. Sam Troutman didn't make no pussies, and Baker team sure as hell wouldn't have put up with this crybaby shit. What would Loco Ortega say if he could see you now? He'd probably say, no mades pendejo. Stop fucking around, idiot, is the translation at the bottom there. But I'm sorry, sir. I just can't let them take me in again. Hold your horses, soldier. There may be a way out of this yet. Now, have you ever been to Burkittsville, Maryland? Well, no, sir. And here we go. Here's how we tie it all in to the Blair Witch. Well, drop your cock and grab your socks, soldier, because I've managed to make a deal with the higher-ups in the Cambodian government to grant you immunity for your recent homicidal activities in their country. Now, you owe me one, and I need a favor. You see, one of my people in the Green Berets had a connection with some kid's family out in Maryland that's on the missing list. It's a hick town, and the police out there don't know their asses from their elbows, so they called old Colonel Troutman in to see if I could assist. You popped back up on the radar at just the right time, as I needed someone capable to go in with me. This is some dark, off-the-books, classified shit we're going to be dealing with. You see, back in the fall of '94, a girl, Heather Donahue, took two of her deadbeat friends, Josh and Mike, up into the Black Hill woods to make some airy-fairy student film about a local legend, the Blair Witch. Anyway, as you probably guessed it, shit went south, and the kids are MIA. All that was found of them was some DAT tapes covered in some sticky gunk. Now I have sat through those tapes, son. And they are some of the most sinister shit these old eyes have ever seen. And I've seen some sinister shit. You see the Colonel watching the Blair Witch Project on his computer down here. Troutman continues. So the best I can surmise is that we'll be dealing with one of two things. A very sophisticated killer, or old Mama Troutman's bedtime stories were real, and there is a boogeyman, boogie woman, and it haunts the Black Hills. Whatever it is, needs to be wiped off the face of the earth, Baker team style. So what do you say, soldier?
Oh, whatever it is can't be more horrific than Vietnam, sir. Are you sure the Cambodian government are going to let me walk through?
Well, technically, they don't think you are walking, as I may have told a little white lie. They think I'm taking you back to court-martial in the electric chair. So that just leaves me one last question. Shadow Man, are you ready to steam and cream this Blair Witch?
Hoo-yah!
Shadow Man is Rambo's Green Beret call sign. So I'm gonna call it. I mean, that's it. That's your setup in book one. You know me. I'm not gonna read the whole thing. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. That's Rambo versus the Blair Witch, book number 1. I'm a huge Rambo fan. I own all the movies. I've been watching First Blood and all the Rambo flicks since I was a kid, and I think this is just such an authentic way to tell this story. And I'm a fan of bootleg stuff anyway. I think there's a million ways to tell stories with these properties, as I like to cover on the channel. Even the official comic book adaptations of some of this stuff, Aliens, Predator, Terminator, RoboCop, these things have such richer storytelling. Even things like Star Wars. The comic book adaptations oftentimes have so much. The stories are often so much better than especially maybe not the original, IP property, but especially the sequels. The sequels tend to get lazier and dumber as the series progresses. Like, there hasn't been a good Alien movie in goddamn decades. There hasn't been a good Predator movie in goddamn decades. And here we have this wonderful Rambo versus the Blair Witch send up. I like them official adaptations. I like them bootleg. I just like these characters, and I love to see interesting, creative things done with them. And this is no different. So if you're a creator and you've made your own bootleg comic book and you'd like to see it featured on the channel, you can send that my way to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box number 5, Cottage Hills, Illinois 62018. Or if you've got some official classic mainstream comics that that are burning a hole in your collection that you'd love to see. Maybe you got dupes of them, or you'd love to see them featured here on the channel. The P.O. Box is really blowing up lately, and I'm going to do my best to stay on top of things. I'm going to do my best to showcase each and every piece of mail that comes through the P.O. Box on the channel. That's my pledge and dedication to you, gang. if you have your own original creations, go watch the mailbag episode that I posted recently, and check out all those awesome comics. That's where this Rambo versus Blair Witch came from. So, from me to you, gang, don't forget, you're running out of time to pick up that Count Kefula. You want to be featured on this patron and channel member list. $3 a month gets you either or. $6 a month gets you both. Become a patron, get all the cool shit that comes with that. Become a channel member, get access to all of the videos early. I hope to see you guys in the dollar bin. And remember to keep on. I'm going to do it in Rambo's voice.
Hey, Adrian, remember, always keep on digging.